The quiet risks no one talks about. A 72-year-old's wake-up call, and what every man over 60 needs to know about pleasure, health, and timing. He was 72 when it happened. It was early. The sun had barely crested the trees. Alone in his bedroom, as he'd done countless times before, he reached for a simple kind of comfort, one he thought was harmless, familiar, even necessary. He didn't eat. He didn't drink water. He just began. 5 minutes later, he was on the floor. His heart had begun racing, fast, wild, erratic. His vision blurred. His limbs felt numb. By the time the paramedics reached him, his body had given in. And while the newspapers would list it as cardiac failure, the truth was far more complex. It wasn't the act itself that betrayed him. It was how he did it, when he did it, and the quiet mistakes he never realized were slowly stacking up behind closed doors. The conversation men rarely have, but desperately need. I'm Dr. Elliot Monroe. For over 35 years, I've sat across from men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, men who carried private questions with public silence. They'd speak of fatigue, of disconnection, of things that used to work but don't anymore. And when I gently ask about their habits, especially morning routines, they'd look down and whisper, "I thought it was fine. I've always done it." But here's what most older men don't realize. The rules change after 60. What once was simple now has consequences. Not because your body is broken, but because it's more sensitive, more vulnerable, and more in need of preparation than ever before. So let's talk plainly. Not to shame, not to scare, but to educate, to empower, and maybe, just maybe, to save a life. Part 1: The Morning Myth. We live in a culture that glorifies morning routines. Wake early, move fast, start strong. But if you're over 60, your body wakes differently. Slower, drier, thinner-blooded, more fragile. And when men jump into morning self-pleasure, especially before eating, drinking, or moving, they set off a cascade of internal strain they don't even feel, until one day they do. Silent mistake number 1: empty tank, full demand. You wouldn't drive your car without oil or water, but men do this to their bodies daily. When you masturbate right after waking up, without water, without food, without stretching, you trigger sudden cardiovascular demand. Your heart rate spikes. Blood vessels constrict. Blood is pulled from your core to your pelvis, while your brain is still starved of oxygen. That rush you feel? That's not always pleasure. Sometimes it's the early signs of cardiac strain. Many of my patients, men who thought they were simply starting the day right, were actually putting silent pressure on their hearts and nervous systems, all while sitting in dehydrated stillness. The fix? Simple: prepare your body first. Drink water. Hydrate your blood and your brain. Eat a light snack. Stabilize your sugar. Stretch gently. Activate circulation. Give your body 30 to 60 minutes to wake before you stimulate. Because timing isn't just polite, it's protective. Part 2: What your eyes don't see. Silent mistake number 2: digital dopamine and the death of real intimacy. Let's talk about what you're watching. Most men today reach for a screen before they even stand. And many use explicit videos to jumpstart arousal. But your brain, especially after 60, is not designed for that level of stimulation at that speed. Dopamine, the reward chemical, spikes fast with porn. But with repeated use, the same stimulus becomes dull. Your brain adapts, craves more, faster, harder, newer, and over time, natural arousal suffers. I've seen men, strong, decent men, sit in my office with tears in their eyes, telling me, "I don't feel anything with my partner anymore. I want to, but it's like I'm numb, not broken, numbed by overexposure." The fix? Start your day with stillness, not stimulation. Skip the phone. breathe, reflect. Let desire arise from within, not from a feed. This small change doesn't just protect your mind. It restores your ability to connect deeply, both with yourself and others. Part 3, the posture trap. Silent mistake number 3. The way you sit is sabotaging your sensation. This one surprises most men. Your position matters, especially during climax. Sitting slouched, legs squeezed, leaning forward. These are common postures during quick release. But what they actually do is compress the blood vessels and nerves in your pelvis. Specifically, the pudendal nerve controls sensation and function. The internal iliac arteries supply blood to the genitals. Over time, this compression reduces blood flow, dulls sensation, and weakens function. It doesn't happen overnight. Creeps in quietly. A little less pleasure, a little more stiffness, a climax that takes longer, feels weaker, or in some cases doesn't happen at all. The fix? Lie back. Use a supportive surface. Keep your hips open. Relax your thighs. You'll be shocked how much of a difference this makes. Pleasure is not just about stimulation. It's about flow. And if you cut off that flow with your own body, you starve the very system you're trying to awaken. Part 4. The hidden harm of shame. Silent mistake number 4. Emotional fallout. This one goes deeper than biology. It's about what you feel after. Many older men, especially those raised with strict beliefs, carry guilt around self-pleasure. Some feel ashamed. Others feel weak. Some don't even realize it, but feel off the rest of the day. That emotional weight triggers cortisol, the stress hormone. High cortisol in the morning can lower testosterone, spike blood pressure, disrupt digestion, fog your memory, weaken your immune system. I've seen men treating the wrong symptoms, ED pills, memory boosters, mood meds, when the root cause was quiet shame wrapped around a natural act. Let me be clear. Pleasure is not the problem. Shame is. You are not broken for wanting connection, even if it's with yourself. You are not weak for needing touch, and you are not alone. The fix? Change your mindset. Replace guilt with gratitude. Treat self-intimacy as care, not secrecy. Let it be a moment of nourishment, not escape. The right time, when your body says, yes. Here's the question every older man should ask. When is the best time for intimacy? Real, restorative, and safe. The answer, late afternoon to early evening. Specifically between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. Why? You're hydrated. You've eaten. Your heart is steady. Cortisol is low. Testosterone begins to rise again. You're less likely to feel rushed or emotionally raw. This is your body's golden window. Not only is it safer, it's deeper. Touch feels more meaningful. The experience is calmer. There's space for reflection, not regret. Many of my patients have said, it felt human again, not mechanical. That's the shift, from function to presence. Final thoughts. A new path forward. If you're reading this, maybe you've felt something stir. Maybe you've seen yourself in these stories, in the man on the floor, in the man who lost sensation, in the man who stopped feeling alive inside his own skin. You're not alone, and you're not too old to change. Drink water, eat something, wait for the right time. Let your body stretch, breathe, and prepare. Let go of guilt. This isn't about giving up pleasure. It's about claiming it with respect, because you are still a man with a heart that matters, a mind that still seeks connection, and a body that even now deserves to feel good in a way that heals, not harms. You don't have to age in silence, and you don't have to carry shame into your golden years. You can move forward gently, wisely, purposefully. One breath, one choice, one better habit at a time, because dignity doesn't fade with age. It deepens, and it's time your intimacy reflects that. Hit that subscribe button and join us on a journey through the timeless wisdom of the older generation. Don't miss a single life-changing lesson.